Hey gamers, Maniac here with an unboxing that you guys can be watching in glorious 4K. I know what you're probably asking yourself, what the heck is this and why am I unboxing it? Well, I happen to have a Nintendo Switch and my fiance says I should lose some weight before the wedding. So, Princess Angel, I'm doing this for you. Love you, sweetheart. I picked this up today at Best Buy, Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo Switch. This is a Nintendo Switch exclusive. It was made specifically by Nintendo. It's kind of a exercise equipment, but it's also, and this is really what it's for, exercise purposes. As you can see here, all the different exercises you can do with this equipment. But the important thing to remember is that this is an RPG. So it's an RPG that can be done with exercise and different disciplines of exercise, if you will. Here's a few examples right here. From what I saw from the previews, basically, certain modes require, certain characters are weak against certain exercise moves, if you will, and things like that. Now, I have a Nintendo Switch. You will need to have, and for those of you who have a Switch Lite, just be aware, this game should be compatible with the Nintendo Switch Lite, but you will need separate controllers. So, if you don't already have separate controllers, which again, separate controllers are standard with just a regular standard, Nintendo Switch. But if you happen to have a Switch Lite, and you're going to need some separate controllers, so just be aware of that. So let's pull this tape seal off, and let's see what's in the box. Now, this is just an unboxing. We are not intending to do like a review of this. At least not this. The purpose of this video is not a review. This is merely an unboxing, because you guys probably want to see what's in the box. And I gotta tell you right now, it's a very high quality box. I was very happy to pick it up. It kind of reminds me, very similar in size and shape to Nintendo Lobo boxes. All right. If I've got this correct, this should pull. Yep. That's really cool. It's packaged quite nicely. Here's the game. This is Ring Fit Adventure. It does have a SKU, which tells me that it could be maybe played by itself, but we'll see about that. I'll open that up in just a minute. What do we have here? Let's see. Oh, I see we pulled this up. Okay. Here's the ring. And this looks like the leg strap. Basically, the ring itself is to be used. It's a piece of exercise equipment. I mean, this right here, this is basically nylon. There's no question about that. This is basically just like a nylon pouch kind of thing, like a leg pouch. Oh, I cannot tell you how much that I would have appreciated. Yeah, this is basically a leg pouch. Ooh, this is what makes it cool. It's got the Nintendo logo on it. Oh, and the Switch logo too. So, cheers. Let's open this up. I got to admit, I do appreciate how minimalist this is. I've opened plenty of collector's editions at this price. This is okay. So I think the controller goes here. Looks like I see a controller dock, so that looks like the controller goes there. This is a nice pad. A nice pad with a little foam back there. Nintendo branding, very nice. Oh, okay. So this is the controller adapter. So my assumption is if I'm looking at this correctly, this should a Joy-Con should snap into that one. Probably a very specific Joy-Con. It's bouncy. It's well made. I mean, it is like a combination of plastic rubber kind of thing. So I wouldn't pull this too hard. But yeah, this is going to be a good piece of equipment. So basically here it is by itself. I'm sure you guys just want me to crack this thing open and see what happens. Like I said, I really do like all different kinds of controllers and stuff. Well, not controllers. I'm not so much into the controller gimmick. Like, when I was a kid, I never had, like, the Nintendo Power Glove, for example. I do like the Kinect though. You know, I was a fan of the Kinect, both the versions of the Kinect, both the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One version. Although I do argue that the improved camera for the made the Xbox One version far superior to the Xbox 360s. Okay. I don't know why I can't pull this open. Let's see what we got here. This is what happens when you don't have a tripod. All right. Don't know why this isn't working. I could pull some of this off, but the thing about some of these games is that the plastic can be very cheap sometimes. Not the plastic of the game or the game cartridge. I mean like the plastic wrapping. And it can just basically pull off very easily. Or like you could like start to get part of it off in the binding section. Then it just like that part you got free just like rips off or pulls off entirely. And you don't want to be too, anxious with it, because if you do that, it will simply it will break the game or break the case or something. You don't want to do that either. But yeah, like I said, I did like the Kinect, although I never really used it for that much exercise. Most people used it for those dancing games and stuff like that, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not as much of a fan of music as that would make that or dancing for that matter, which would make that fun for me. But RPGs, on the other hand, sign me up. I would argue that I'm surprised that this was not done sooner. But yeah, props to Nintendo. For over the years, they've basically been, doing their best to try to get kids to move, if you will. Whether it be through this, most recently, of course, the Wiimote, Wii Fit. Even before then, the Poke Walker, of course. Pocket Pikachu, basically getting kids to do steps and stuff. And I finally have this open. So yeah, they even at one point they were going to do a vitality sensor for the Nintendo Wii. They ended up not doing it, but they had announced it. They were probably pretty far with it before it was canceled. So it would have basically measured your blood pressure or your heartbeat or your temperature and stuff like that. But yeah, so Nintendo does have a long history with exercise for exercise, to get people to exercise. So don't ever let people tell you that video games are bad for you, or video games will rot your brain, or video games will make you fat. Because that's just not true. All right. Crack this open. All right, so there's really no instructions. It's just the game cart with some warnings here. It does say have fun while being active. Well, I am going to have some fun while being active. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Maniac with GamingSense.net. Take care. Over and out.